Hi everyone, I am Dr. R. Kaviyarasi, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Applications, Sri Vidya Mandir Arts and Science College, Oottangare. In this video, we are going to discuss about tokens and data types in Python programming. Let me see what is token first. Actually, each and every individual unit in a program is known as a tokens. The Python program contains a sequence of instructions. Python breaks each statement into a sequence of components that is known as tokens. So, the tokens in Python are of 5 types: keywords, identifiers or variables. Third one is operators. Next, delimiters and literals. Let me see each type in detail. First one, literals. Literals are also known as constants. Constants means fixed value, where we cannot change its value during execution of program. It contains numbers, strings or characters. There are certain types of literals such as integer literal, floating point literal, character literal, string literal. The example for integer literal is any integer number such as 78. Floating point literal contains any floating values such as 21.98. Character literal that means character must be enclosed within single quotes, and last one is string literal. Strings must be enclosed within double quotes. Apart from these type of literals, Python contains certain literals such as lists, tuple and dictionary. Let me see how to give the value and type on literals. Value is nothing but any information that is given for literals, such as the value may be a number, a character or any string. To find the type of the value, we are using type inbuilt method in Python. The syntax for using the type method is we have to provide the type method. Following that, we have to provide the value. Example, type within bracket, we have to within single quotes. If you provide hello world, the output of this type function is class string. That means the hello world is the type string. If you provide type of 1, 2, 3, then the result will be int. So the type of 1, 2, 3 is integer value. So the type is the method, built-in method, which is used to find the type of the value that we are using in the program. The next token type is keywords. Keywords are reserved words. We cannot change the meaning of the keywords. They are fixed meaning. They have fixed meanings. We cannot use the keyword as identifiers or variables in any of the programs. Keywords must be keywords. The list of keywords are given here. That is and, as, assert, break, class, continuous. These are the keywords that we are using in the Python. The next type of token is operators. Operators are the symbol that are used to perform certain mathematical operations and logical operations. Python supports various operators such as arithmetic, relational, logical and bitwise operators. Arithmetic operators are the operators that are symbols used to perform basic arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, exponential, floor divisions. The next one is relational operator. The relational operator are used to relate two things. Some of the relational operators are less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, not equal to, double equal to. So these are the relational operators. Next one is logical operator. The logical and, logical not and logical or are the logical operator that we are using in Python. The next one is bitwise operator. The bitwise and, bitwise or, bitwise XOR, left shift, right shift are the bitwise operators that we are using in the Python. The next type of token is delimiters. Delimiters are nothing but the symbols that performs a special role like grouping, punctuation and assignment. So apart from operators, we are using certain special symbols. That symbols are known as delimiters. Some of the delimiters are given here. Parentheses, subscripts, curly brackets, comma, colon, period, single quote, double quotes, plus equal to, minus equal to. So these are the various delimiters that we are using in our Python programs. The next type of token is identifier, which is also known as variables. Identifier is the name given for a variable, function, class or other objects. The rules for naming the identifier is, it is a sequence of characters that consisting of letters, digits and underscore. That means identifier may contain letters, digits and underscores. It can be of any length. We can give any number of characters in the identifier naming. It must start with a letter. That letter may be either lower or uppercase. Can start with the underscore, but we cannot start with a digit, and identifier cannot be a keyword. So these are the rules for naming the identifier. Here some of the valid identifier examples and invalid identifier examples are given here. Here valid identifiers are name, roll number, A1 underscore address. That means we can give any upper or lower case as the first character, or we can provide underscore as the first character. We should not provide number or any other symbol except underscore in the identifier naming. So these are the invalid identifier. The first one is first space name. We should not provide any space between the identifier name. So this is an error. Second one, 12 name, where we have given the number as the first character, which throws an error. Next one is for. For is a keyword, so it will be comes under invalid identifier. Last one, salary at, where at is the symbol, where we cannot use any symbol except underscore in the identifier names. So these are the certain examples for identifiers. The next one is Python core data types. Actually, data type is used to determine the type of data, where data is the information that we are using in our program. Always the data can be stored in memory in any of the types. For example, if you are providing the age, that age can be stored as a number. If you are providing the address, that address can be stored as an alphanumeric characters. So data type determines the type of data. So all Python features are associated with an object. All kinds of objects are classified into types. That means it is classified into data types. Some of the data types supported by Python are string, integer, floating point numbers and complex numbers. Let me see all the data types with an example in detail. Let me discuss integer data type first. An integer is a number which contains only whole numbers. That means integer number will not contain any decimal points. This integer number may be either positive number or negative number. It may include 0 also. So the integral literals are written without commas or blank spaces. So these integer data types cannot include any comma or blank spaces. So the integer literals can be octal, decimal or hexadecimal. So the integer data type may be octal, decimal or hexadecimal. Octal numbers. So the octal numbers must be from 0 to 7. It must begins with 0, following that a small letter or a capital O should be followed. So 0 following that we have to provide O. That O should be either small letter or capital letter. Here the example is given here 0, O, 12, which is the example for octal number. The next one is decimal number. We know that decimal number ranges from 0 to 9. So the decimal number is a non-zero number. So for example 10, 1 to 2, 0. So these are the decimal number examples. The next one is hexadecimal numbers. The hexadecimal numbers ranges from 0 to 9 and A to F. That is totally 16 numbers will be in the hexadecimals. So the hexadecimal numbers begins with 0. Following that we can provide either a small or capital letter X. Following that sequence of digits can be given. Example 0x20 or 0x33. The next one is int function. Actually, int is a built-in function which converts any string to the integer number. Int is a predefined function which is used to convert a string to the number. So, int function removes the decimal points also. If you are providing any floating point, that floating point can be converted to whole number with the help of int function. Here, for example, int of 12.456, the output is 12. Similarly, int string, within string, we are 1 to 3 is given here as a string. So, this can be converted to integer number 1 to 3. The next one is floating point number. The floating point number contains a whole number. Along with whole number, there will be a fractional part also. So, decimal point will be included inside the floating point number. The floating point number can also be written using scientific notation formats. For example, 3.7E1, 3 like that. We can give floating point numbers in the scientific notation formats also. In the float function. The float is a predefined function which converts the string into a floating point number. For example, float of 10.23 is given here as a string. So, this can be converted to floating number with the help of float inbuilt function. The next one is complex number. Actually, complex number is one of the data type in Python which can be expressed in the form of a plus bj, where a and b are real numbers and j is an imaginary unit. For example, 2 plus 4j. The type of 2 plus 4j will be the complex number. So, complex is one of the data type that we are using in the Python language. The next one is Boolean type. Actually, Boolean type is represented as the type bool. Here, bool is a keyword we are using for representing the Boolean type. The Boolean type means it contains two values, either true or false. The true is represented by 1 and false is represented by 0. Actually, bool is used to compare the two values. For example, the result of using any relational operators will be bool results. It returns either true or false. For example, 8 greater than 9 will be the result will be false, and 8 less than 9 the result will be true. So, true and false, true or false is the Boolean values. Here, the example is given 5 equal to 4, which results as bool type. 5 equal to 5 equal to true. So, the Boolean is one of the data type in Python that takes two values, true or false. True means 1 and false means 0. The next data type in Python is string. Actually, string can be created using single, double or triple quotes. Here, d equal to hello world. In Python, we can represent the string either within single quotes or double quotes or triple quotes. The next one, str function. Actually, str is the built-in function which converts a number into string, while int and float converts string to int or float. But str function is used to convert a number to a string. Here, we have taken a floating point number, that is 12.5, but 12.5 can be converted to string with the help of str function. Str of 12.5 provides the string 12.5. The last one is the string concatenation operator, where the string concatenation operator is plus. Plus operator is used to concatenate two different strings. If we are using plus in between two numbers, the result will be addition. But if we are using plus in between two strings, the result will be concatenation, that is joining. Let me take an example. If 12 is a string and 13 is a string, and if we apply plus in between 12 and 13, the result will be 1 to 1, 3, not 25, because 12 and 13 are string. Similarly, here also we have given an example, OO plus a Python programming results in OO Python programming. So, if we use plus in between the strings, the results will be concatenation of two strings. That's all. Thank you.